I'm sitting on the Norton's virtual couch, feeling a little hungry. Just asked. I feel a little hungry. So what kind of foods do you eat? Norton said, we forgot about you. You Earthlings. The way we eat is different from ours. So how do you usually eat? The energy our bodies require. It's also chemical energy from food. We have a global sports network. When our bodies need energy, you can request the global sports network, transporting food directly into our bodies, usually liquid. It's almost completely absorbed by our bodies. Is the liquid in a bottle? Delivered to your stomach with the bottle. How do you digest the bottle? You can teleport in without a bottle. Soodle says we don't have stomachs. No intestines, liver, kidneys, bladders, etc. The inside of our body from our mouth to our lower body. It's just a simple cavity. Our food is highly processed. The body can be used directly. Our bodies function in many ways. For example, respiration, digestion and excretion are outsourced, handed over to the external circulatory system through the global movement network. So we have a very simple body. The simpler the body, the more reliable it is. The better the function, the less likely you are to get sick. Your Earthlings are primitive and backward. Only gastrointestinal, liver, kidney, bladder, and the like. It's complicated and troublesome. When our bodies run out of energy, Global Movement Network will put food energy, teleport into us. Everything is done automatically under the control of the computer. Now I'm asking the Global Movement Network to send you food. Norton finished. Raise your left hand and make a sharp chop near the ear. A delicate bottle and metal scissors suddenly appeared on the Norton's desk. This bottle is shaped a bit like a penguin. Silver statue. It's a metal bottle. There's a bump on it. It sticks out like a penguin's mouth is long. Norton uses a curved pair of scissors. Cut the elongated part of this bottle. Pass me the bottle again. I took the bottle and drank it. This liquid has a floral scent. The aroma is pungent. Tastes slightly sweet. It tastes good. I drank it all in one go. Put the bottle back on the table. Immediately feel not hungry. Norton waved his hand over his ear again. The bottle and scissors suddenly disappeared. I think it must have been shunted back by the Global Sports Network again. Why are you waving in your ear? You can ask the Global Movement Network to move things forward. Is there a switch by the ear? Gothic brain. It is tied to the Global Public Information Network. You call it eating. We call chemical energy into the body. We usually set up a fixed computer procedure once the body runs out of energy. We're constantly scanning our bodies. We'll send the information to the Global Public Movement Network. The Global Public Movement Network put liquid chemical energy, teleport into our bodies. We can also excrete some of our bodies. Waste removal. Everything is programmed automatically. We don't need to bother. So, you left the Global Movement Network. You can't live. Then you don't eat on the flying saucer? There are also sports nets on flying saucers. You can also teleport. Again, it can easily replenish energy to our body. You just can't see it. In the absence of a global sports network, our mouths can also drink liquid food. Eating with your teeth. It's just that we Gothic people are not used to it. And the inside of our body is just a cavity. Not like you Earthlings. Complex digestive system. Digestive function is also degraded. It might actually taste good, just not as powerful as you Earthlings. I'm a little confused. Your brain can be connected to the Global Information Network. It's like having a biological computer in the brain. Why is that? I see again that you often operate those virtual screens. Can't computers just use your brains? the biological computer functions of the human body. Not as powerful as external computers. Like many functions on a flying saucer, is not allowed to operate directly with the brain. This is also constrained on our planet. And within the scope of the passing planet, people use their brains. Direct request to the global public movement network. Almost at will. Reach anywhere on the planet. But starships can fly away from Gok. There is a certain danger. Flying a spaceship is not for anyone. Even those who are allowed to operate are not arbitrary. Driving requires approval. You have to understand. There's a lot of randomness in the biocomputer. Things like piloting the Motu 300. It requires seriousness and caution. External computer. More secure than the biological computers built into the human brain. I kind of understand. You cross the nemesis ball in an orderly manner. You do things rationally. It's not just random stuff. I suddenly remembered. Just ask Norton. I want to ask you. What about your family? What family? Norton seemed surprised. Are you the only one in your family? What about your parents? What about your wife? Do you have any children? Norton replied. Oh, just the one. Norton, the biological scientist, who didn't expect the fruit-busting planet. I was alone. What about your family? How many people are there in your family? I asked Soodle again. Just the one. How about you? I asked Willie. How many people are in your family? What about your parents? Do you have any brothers or sisters? Willie looks like a kindergarten girl to me. Sorry to ask him if he has any children. What? I'm all alone. Willie had a puzzled expression on his face. Ah, all three of you are so miserable? Are they all orphans? There's nobody left. How pitiful. Sudair said disdainfully. Who is miserable and who is pitiful? We Gothic people are immortal. Neither life nor death. Where are the parents, siblings, and children? Really? You can live forever. I don't quite believe what Subtle said. Ask Norton instead. Yes, we can live forever. Many years ago, we have realized this technology in our goblin planet. Norton is sure. Soodle's words. We don't live. We don't die. So no old people. No kids. There are no parents, children, siblings. We are a family. It's not good to have only one person in a family. Sure to be lonely. Do we have pets at home? I have a lot of pets. Willie says we can also talk to pets. It can also talk and communicate with other animals. I have a robot in my house that takes care of me. On your planet, are there any animals like cats and dogs on our planet? How do you talk to animals? Yes, we have a lot of animals. We cats and dogs. Some species are similar to those on your Earth. This variety, it may have been introduced from your Earth. Norton replied. We can put our language. Translate into a language that animals can understand. Reuse factory scanning. Send information to the animal's brain. Manual frequent scanning. You can also put animal thoughts and language. Translate into a language we can understand. So we can interact with animals. But you are from Earth. They don't understand how we interact with animals. It's kind of an experience. We can't find this program for a while now. Let you experience. You can try to think. You talk to pets. As on your Earth. Talking to a mentally handicapped person. On our planet, communication between humans and animals is very frequent. Do you have a husband and wife? What about friends of the opposite sex? Yes, but they don't usually live together. The relationship between the two parties lasted for a period of time. It's not permanent. It's not like you have legal registration on Earth. Your nemesis are so interesting. I'd love to get out and walk among your crowd right now. Look at your daily life situation. Back to our Earth. You can brag to everyone. Tell me about your situation here. Brother Keon will definitely take you out in the future. You just arrived today. May be tired. Rest with me. Okay. We have to go back to our place. See you here next time. Global Public Information Network Customer Service. Just translated the words of Sudair and Willie to me. I found out. Willie and Subtle vanished immediately from the Nortons' house. If this were to happen on our planet, it's going to blow your mind. However, on the passing planet, the Global Movement Network teleports so frequently. Peace is so poor that they live in every aspect of their lives. Can't live without global public sports socks. Even their diet and breathing depend on sports socks. I want to take a shower. Do you have a place to take a shower? Do you usually take a shower? I asked Norton. Yes, I'll bring you here. I followed Norton into a small room. Norton waves his hand in the air. A virtual screen appeared in the sky. And Norton did a couple of runs on it. A milky white bathtub suddenly appeared in the room, hovering in the air. This milky white is too pure. And they are disturbing. Move without guessing. It's a virtual bathtub, the product of the human factory. I walk over. Saw water in the bathtub. The strange thing is that the water flows from one end of the tub to the other. It just keeps flowing. I feel that this water is genuine. It's not virtual. How could this be? The bathtub is constantly pumping. How can there be so much water? One end is sucking water. Where does it store so much water? This is definitely impossible on our planet. I was just about to ask Norton what's up with this bathtub. Suddenly, think of the Global Public Movement Network of Goblin Balls. Use a sports net to teleport water to one end of the bathtub. And then we use a sports net to move the water down the other side. No, it's fine. I jumped into the bathtub. Immediately feel that the water is real. The bathtub is virtual. I was right. The water temperature is slightly higher than my body temperature. It's comfortable to lie in. I think the pee had power there just now. Sorry to ask Norton. Pee in the bathtub right now. Will Norton find out? Will you accuse me? Whatever. I peed in the bathtub. Then I took a nice shower. I just got out of the virtual bathtub. The virtual bathtub is gone. Vanished clean. It seems, again, by the amazing Global Public Movement Network. The Norton's virtual bed is too comfortable to sleep in. I slept soundly. When I woke up, Subtle Willie and Norton, already sitting on the virtual sofa talking. I also want to get up and talk to them. Suddenly I feel anxious to poop. I'm sorry to ask. I blurted out. Where are your toilets? We don't have toilets. We don't need to defecate and urinate when wrapping customers. Soodle says. Our excrement. Less earwax than you earthlings. Then, you have to find a place that is convenient for Brother Keon. I'll take him out. Willie volunteered. Stand up. Dude defecates. I'm sorry to have a girl to lead the way. But the situation is urgent. I had to follow Willie out. Come to a plant. I crouched down so I could see Willie nearby looking at me. I think it's a little ugly. Willie is dressed very brightly today. The upper body is a black shiny. A tight, metallic sweatshirt. Although the breasts are not big, but it's long and prominent. It's round and sultry. Wearing a short purple shiny skirt. Normal from the front and back. But it doesn't look right from the side. The side is exposed. Maybe the skirt is transparent on the side. In addition, when she moves, the way the clothes are twisted on the body, it looks weird. There is always a sense of unreality. I know it's virtual clothes again. If you touch them with your hands, it's like touching the naked. Unless they ask the Global Movement Network. Create stance protection on the body. Then you don't feel naked. Willie's lower body is naked, revealing delicate pink and white skin. It made my heart skip a beat. Fantasies. I glanced at it and was embarrassed to look at it. I think we women on Earth are wearing exposed clothes again. It will also cover key parts. They are good. I like to reveal key parts. I was condemning them in my heart as shameless. But suddenly I thought, when Kerwin introduced their planet, that they are a lascivious planet. I'm actually a conservative-minded person. I dug eels once. Met a woman from the city. With his daughter who is several years old. They thought of a ditch. Afraid of leeches and bugs in the water. Just ask me for help. I just picked up his daughter. And this woman asked me to carry her. See this woman in a short skirt. Exposed thighs. I just didn't have the courage to hug her and gesture to me. Carry her over. See her boobs. I lost my courage again. This woman doesn't know I'm shy. I thought I was deliberately not helping him. You're yelling at me. And he bled himself out. So I felt guilty for a long time. Back at home in Norton, I suggest going out for a walk. Learn about the daily life of the Gothic people. Norton said go next time. Many important guests are coming today. You can also see a variety of nutshell people here. Soon, a lot of people came to the Nortons. Gradually, the living room became a little crowded. Norton waved his hand. A virtual wall disappears. Suddenly, the living room grew several times larger. This virtual house is really convenient. Me and Subtle. Willie is sitting on a virtual sofa. And I sat in the middle. Willie is wearing too sexy today. Plus, I have no clothes on. So put an invisible pressure on me. I tried to keep my distance from him. I also saw an interesting phenomenon. Some people suddenly appeared on a virtual sofa in Norton's home. Some people get a puff of smoke first. Slowly become a person. I asked Subtle what was going on. Subtle said the person who suddenly appeared was a real person. It came through the Global Movement Network. And slowly, people who have been transformed by smoke are not real people. Global Public Information Network and Global Campaign Network. Virtual humans created by 3D imaging technology. But the real body can be at a distance. Talk to us directly through the Public Information Network. I took a closer look. These virtual humans look indistinguishable from real people. Soodle is not lying to me, is he? I stood up. Walk nearby. One is around a person who is slowly transformed by smoke. I touched him with my hand. Sure enough, it's like waving your hand in the air. I didn't touch anything. Although I have an idea. Ready, but still shocked. I have to marvel at the amazing technology of the Nemesis Ball. Take virtual technology to the pinnacle. These people in Lenadonka may look different, but they are all the same height. I can't tell the difference with my naked eyes. These people are having a symposium. Norton was walking around in the crowd. Like a host. There were just too many people. Overcoming Kerwin's main translator Norton. Speech by Sudair and Willie. If I stare at another stranger, Kerwin will translate his speech. Otherwise, the customer service of the information network will not translate it. This public information network is indeed highly intelligent. Probably tracking my location all the time too. And read the thoughts in my head. Norton gushed. Describe the physical structure of our Earthlings. Occasionally. Also introduce me to the body structure of the Nemesis. And physiological characteristics. But I'm not in the mood to listen. Because there are many women who wrap the Nemesis Ball. Or the girl who is called the Nemesis Ball. Because they all look very young on the outside. It's as beautiful as elementary school on Earth. And little girls in kindergarten. These beautiful, sexy girls are sitting right next to me. And they're all very revealing. Same as Willie's today. A tight undershirt. The chest is not fully covered under the undershirt. Instead, it was wrapped in part of the undershirt. It sticks out. They have skirts. Mostly from the side exposed delicate pink-white skin. Some short skirts are many thin pipes. When swinging, you can see the skin inside. It makes my heart itch. Norton and Willie may not have been aware of my thoughts. Only Subtle seems to understand. Do you think our goblet women? They're all beautiful. I deliberately pretended to be profound and said, I admit you gawks are all very beautiful. Smooth skin. Pure color. The body structure is flawless. The beauty of us earthlings also pays attention to the connotation of human beings. People's thoughts, character and temperament. This may not be understood by you. Norton asked me back. If a person's body is full of ideas, there are many small bags. Is this person still beautiful? Lots of ideas in small bags. Isn't that a toad? How can such a person be called a beautiful woman? I laughed. Okay, Lorton seems to be in good spirits. I'll invite this beautiful woman over right away. Lorton puts his left hand on his ear. A few steps back and forth. Suddenly, a beautiful woman appeared in front of us. This beautiful woman gave me a fright. She's wearing too few clothes. The color of the skin is pink and white, with a hint of pink. It's full of pink ideas. Ideas are the size of matchsticks. It's very evenly distributed. Look at the clarity of these ideas. They're kind of like pomegranate seeds. This person looks very beautiful and sexy at a glance. Norton asked me, how do you feel about this person? Yeah, that guy is really beautiful. Very sexy, I admit. But I think the beauty of this person still comes from delicacy. It's just another form of refinement. But this time, I don't want to argue with Norton and the others.